So the last thing I want to talk about is how to get ready for this final exam. I know it can be kind of daunting to think about how to prepare yourself for this, but I think the best way for you to do this is to break this down into some kind of actionable items that you think you can make work with what we've got. So first thing I want you to do is budget your time. So you've got about a week. And just look at the calendar. Look at when you have to work. Look at when you have other classes. Find the times in the day when you're going to get this done. Also, find the times where you feel like you can work on this stuff best. I'll be honest, I do my best work in the morning. So I would try to get the bulk of my studying done in the morning, just like I try to get the bulk of my prep for your class done in the morning, because that's when I kind of work best and most efficiently. So finding that time and budgeting for it, don't try to do this all in 1 or 2 days. You want to try to break this up into a couple different days. Then I'm going to really encourage you to go week by week through this stuff. So kind of take a look at what we've done. And it's kind of, if you look at the Blackboard site, it's really chunked into big thematic units. So I would encourage you to go over your notes from that unit. If your notes are not really well complete, then I would encourage you to go through the videos and kind of review those again. Then look at your homework that you turned in, your on-paper homework. And then I would encourage you to take a piece of paper and make a summary of week 1. Name it. What did we do in week 1 or week 2 or week 5? Give it a big name and then write the main points down. Make yourself kind of like a cheat sheet for each week. There's only 10 weeks in the class, so it would be 10 pages of review. And just kind of write a few problems out that we did, the main topics, the main ideas. Then I would tell you to probably take a look at the final exam review. You've got to have that done by the final. Go try those problems in the final exam review that are similar to what we covered in that week. Then if you need more practice, I would make a note maybe on your cheat sheet that, hey, I need to make sure I look over this again before the final. Then you have the midterm review if it was from the first half of class. You have homework assignments over that topic, and you can probably rework those. You know the blank versions of those homeworks are posted, and you can rework those problems. Or you have the final exam review problems that you could work again. Now, the day of the final exam review, you don't want to have everything a mess. Organize yourself. Put everything away except for the stuff that you need. Get your chapter-by-chapter review guides kind of out. Put your formula sheet out, which we talked about in the previous video. And kind of put everything else away. Organize your computer. Don't have 70,000 tabs open, things like that. So really, get yourself organized. Then what I'm going to say is get an easy win early. Pick a problem that you feel really confident with and find it and work it out first when you do open the final exam review document up. Start at that. You don't want to start, if the first problem's giving you a hard time or something that you struggled with, don't start there. Pick a problem that you know you can do well. Work through the problems you can, then work back through the ones that you're stuck on. Don't spend a lot of time on a single problem. I'll see students really get stuck and spend 20, 30 minutes on a single problem and not leave enough time for the other problems. The other thing is pay attention to the point value of the problems. You know they're not all equally weighted, so you're going to want to make sure that you're working through those, and if a problem is worth 20 points, then you want to make sure that you spend that amount of time. If a problem's only worth 2 points, don't spend 15-20 minutes on a problem that's only worth 2 points on a 200-point final. So overall, those are going to be my big suggestions to you. Take deep breaths, relax. I've seen all the work that you've turned in up to this point. I know you can do these problems. More often, I would say do not try to start Googling these problems and looking around the internet for solutions. All that's going to do is probably confuse you more. And also, if you're writing down work that isn't your work, it does risk the opportunity to, that's considered cheating. So I cannot encourage you enough to just use the stuff that we've done in this course. Use the stuff on our Blackboard site. Use your homework assignments and use your notes. And those are going to be what you're allowed to use for this final. It should be plenty. There's no reason to start looking around outside for other things because usually that'll just lead you off task and you can risk receiving a 0 for the final exam for academic dishonesty. So don't do that. You know what you're doing here. I promise you can do this. Last thing I want to say is I've really enjoyed having you guys this semester. I know this has been kind of an interesting situation in terms of this online live thing, but I really appreciate the hard work you put into the course, and I thank you for taking the time to do this. If there's anything else I can do to help you out with the course, let me know. If not, I'll see you guys for the review next week, and best of luck.